Hello, beauty-filled world. Mwah. Sending you immense love and joy for today, for right now, this present moment. I am Shae Bryant, and this is the I Am Sovereign Shae show. This is a new experiment that I am doing. It's kind of a little social media show, so I'm doing it at 9 a.m. on my Instagram page. And the whole inspiration for this is that I changed the name, the handle. Is it still called handle? I want to call it handle. On my Instagram page. It used to be Shae Bryant Wellness, which has been the name of my business for 17 years. And I changed the name on Instagram to I Am Sovereign Shae. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. And I want to get on here and share that. And this is what has come through, is this creation of I Am Sovereign Shae show. So it'll be at 9:15 here on Facebook. We'll see if these eventually merge or what they, grow into. We're just going to see. But this is for me to explore the concepts of sovereignty with you. So absolutely participate in this as much as you want. It's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:15. And so I am Sovereign Shae. What does that mean? In my stories, I posted a question, just a poll, which was, fun and funny, about, does sovereignty mean anything to you? Do you think sovereignty is the most important thing? Just asking casually that question. And so let me explain what I am meaning, right, when I say sovereignty. Why is that important? Why am I harping on that? And why am I saying that actually sovereignty is everything? That everything is based on your sovereignty? Well, in short, I consider sovereignty to be alignment with your highest self. Your true self, yourself with a capital S. In many spiritual traditions, that's how this is distinguished. So a capital S self is your highest self, your greatest self. Maybe the part of you that has lived through many lifetimes, not just this one, right? The part of you that will continue when your body dies, that's your highest self. The part of you that's in touch with wisdom and love. And then the small self, right, is more the personality, the part of you that is more in touch with ego, your conditioning, your life experiences, how you identify in this life, that's your small self. So by my definition, I even describe it as spiritual sovereignty to help distinguish that it is alignment with that higher self. That self that is love, that self that is consciousness, that self that is awareness. The part of ourselves that we access when we are present, when we are conscious, when we are identified more as the beingness of ourselves instead of the doingness. And that goes back to, again, why I changed my name on Instagram to I Am Sovereign Shae, because instead of claiming my worth from my doingness in just my own personal life, but also my professional life, people might think they come see me and work with me, for my knowledge and for my skills. Or I got these Pilates machines. I can do this amazing coaching. I got all this stuff, right? Oh, I'm not really going to be teaching you, though, tools and doing and techniques. I will. But what I'm really going to be teaching you is how for you to shift into beingness and presence and awareness within yourself. I help you connect to you. And that's what sovereignty is. It's integrity. It's authenticity. It is the ability to be vulnerable and not scared. That unfuckwithableness. That's a long word. Unfuckwithableness. I'll talk to my clients and ask, what is your relationship with you in this moment? How okay are you with you? So what I'm speaking about is an inner alignment, far less of an outer alignment. So even, can you be sovereign through the progress, through the process? So not, again, like waiting until you're some kind of like, oh, I got all my shit together, I'm so perfect, now I can be sovereign. No. Like, you could be sovereign right now in your beingness, in your innate worthiness. That's sovereignty. And so I am Sovereign Shae. Really the only important words there are I am. And of course the I is, ego I, or this higher self I. The I that is just consciousness, that. I am that. Remember that an act of sovereignty, perhaps one of the most royal acts of sovereignty that we have been gifted in this embodiment on earth, is the power of our voice, the power of our word, right? Our sovereign word. And so how in alignment are we with our words and what we are saying and what we are expressing and what we are declaring and what we are manifesting in the world all comes from how aligned we are with our sovereign word, our sovereign voice. So the words, I am, fill in the blank, noticing that throughout your day. I am what? I am a victim. I am unempowered. I can't do anything. I suck. Right? We've all got the records in us. I have them too, for reals. And for those of you that are like me, that you're in some kind of entrepreneurship, or even worse, as in better, some kind of spiritual sovereignty, in your business, then that record's really going to play against you. Because society's conditionings, and the conditionings even in you, are against sovereignty. Because spiritual sovereignty is freedom. It's unfuckwithableness. You can't mess with somebody who is sovereign in themselves. Not because sovereign from ego, like you can't mess with me. Not like that, my God, what the heck? That's not sovereign. That's not powerful at all. That's fearful. We're talking about sovereign soft. Like the power of water. Water is soft, water is smooth, and water will destroy absolutely everything. Just give it enough time. And water doesn't have to defend itself. Sovereign soft. I think of like a ninja, right? Not this like aggressive, like caveman kind of behavior, but the way that a ninja, as I think of them, Shae's ninjas, are very calm, right, in self. There's no need to be boastful. There's no need to be defensive with ego, because you're already cleared out. You're already so okay with yourself that you're not scared to be vulnerable. You're not scared to be open. So we're talking about your relationship with yourself. We're talking about your relationship with your word. And we're talking about your relationship with your inner alignment. Because it's pretty hard to be, sovereign with your word if you're not sovereign inside yourself. So these are all the explorations that have been going through me for 17 years of doing this with clients. And here I am at, the pinnacle of what I am doing. And this is it. This is the message. This is all and everything in like a one soundbite. Are you sovereign in this moment? Sovereign meaning connected to self. Sovereign meaning connected and aligned to source and spirit. However you define that, because you need to define that for you, right? If there's still triggering and baggage because of the way that other people have defined self and source, then reclaim that. That's part of sovereignty, is you get to reclaim anything, everything. You get to remake it your own. It is yours. It always was yours. So reclaiming your connection to self and source and spirit and word, that inner alignment, that knowing how to shift, taking the sovereign shift, which the Course of Miracles defines as a miracle, is a shift in perspective. I call it a shift in your filter, right? Like a Facebook filter, right? That's how we're seeing the world through. Whatever thought that you hold in mind is the filter that you are placing over reality. And then you're not actually interacting with reality, you're interacting with your filter that you have placed on reality. So becoming sovereign is noticing what filter you are placing on reality. You're probably placing it on there just through default, unconsciously, due to your conditioning. If you can shift to a state of awareness, consciousness, beingness, you're more likely to be able to see the filter and change the filter. Just take off the filter, first of all. You don't even have to change the filter to something positive, right? It's an illusion to think that we have to change our thoughts from negative to positive. There's times that's helpful, absolutely. Or we could simply drop out of thought completely. You see, because if we remove all of our filters from reality, we just see the innate beauty and the innate goodness. And that's what we're talking about when we're sovereign too, is just accepting and becoming in touch with our innateness. No doing needed, no fluff needed, no fancy needed, no education needed, no requirements needed, no body needed, nothing needed. Recognizing our innate awareness and beingness, which instantly connects us to our innate worthiness. And then we're in touch with our sovereign self with a capital S, our highest self. So this is the source of self-love. Your ego will never give you self-love. It tells you self-love is selfish. It tells you self-love is false. All of those lies. So learning how to be in touch with our true self means that we will access self-love. And then that's the love. That is the love that the world heals from. So all of this comes from sovereignty, as I define it. And I'm curious to hear how you define it, and if your exploration of sovereignty helps you. Because I'm going to be coming on here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:15. I'm also on Instagram on I Am Sovereign Shae. So if you haven't signed up for Instagram, you might enjoy it more. A lot of people do. And if all of this connects, I'm just going to take another 30 seconds here and express that I do have calls and times available for us to connect. If you would like to shift into sovereignty or experience that with me, just in a single phone call. If that is soul shifting to sovereignty, body healing, healing your relationship with your body, and also shifting in business. I have a program called Sovereign Mystics in Business, which is amazing. So all these places where I can perhaps help you shift into sovereignty. It's a no pressure phone call. We just see, I give you an experience of my work. If it works, great. If it doesn't, great. It's all good either way. I also have some amazing online programs this year, twice this year coming up. I'm so excited about April 1st. Mark your calendars. It is the Sovereign Shift, which is a 7-week online course to explore the most powerful spiritual teachings available. And that's at thesovereignshift.com. It's all about what I'm talking about. I've also got the Pilgrim Within, which is absolutely astounding program. It is a 7-month virtual spiritual pilgrimage from summer solstice to winter solstice. It starts June 1st. And I have payment plans, monthly payment plans on everything. And I'm even having a lot of discounts and sales right now before the spring equinox. So reach out to me, just direct message if you're interested in a phone call. Check out the websites of The Sovereign Shift and ShaeBryantWellness.com. I'm sending you guys immense love and joy, and I'm going to be back on here on Thursday at 9:15. Sending love.